covering these topics: introductions, feature of Java, setup. Here we'll be discussing about the JDK setup and Eclipse setup. Okay, that might you have already done it on your system. Even though if you haven't done it, I will explain you how we are going to do these setups, JDK and Eclipse setup. Okay. Then we have concept called class concept, data type, constants, methods, operators, control statements, static and non-static constructors, inheritance, packages, encapsulation, polymorphism, abstraction, casting, wrapper class, string class, array class, exception handling class, collection class, file handling class. And then at the end, we'll be discussing on some guidelines on interview, like how you should approach in an interview, how you can solve any program in an interview. Okay, if interviewer is asking any program you to write, then how you should take that question and how you should solve it. I'll be giving you one document where it will be having mostly asked interview questions and programs. Okay, that you can refer and you can prepare those questions and you can crack any interview. Okay, those documents I will share at the last, okay, in the last session. So anybody has any questions on the syllabus? Okay, what about practical session? So every, okay, oops concept. Okay, let me see. If you guys have any questions, put it in Q&A. I will take one by one. Okay, so the first question is, it is in Q&A, guys. Please try to add it in Q&A if you have any questions. Okay, now want to know about practical session. See, every topic we'll be discussing it through practical. Okay, so every session you can consider it as a practical session. Gaurav. Okay, so in every session we'll be writing code and we'll be understanding the concept. So every session is practical session. Next question, is Eclipse necessary or we can use VS Code? It depends on your choice. Okay, so if you are familiar with VS Code, you can practice on VS Code. But in industry, Eclipse is more popular as compared to other tools. Okay, so Eclipse is more popular. So we'll be working on Eclipse tool to write the code and all. Okay, but it's your personal choice. So if you are already having VS Code, you can use VS Code. That is fine. Will OOPS concept be covered? OOPS concept, so this you can see class, okay? Then we have class, objects, okay? Then encapsulation, polymorphism, abstraction, inheritance, okay? These are the concept of OOPS concept. So those concepts we'll be discussing it in detail. So encapsulation, polymorphism, abstraction, inheritance. These are the concept of OOPS concepts. Okay? Yeah. Are we going to cover threading concept as part of syllabus? We will be not covering the threading concept. We will be just understanding what does multi-threading means as part of these features of Java. Okay, you can see here features of Java. As part of these features of Java, we will be discussing about what is threading. Okay, on very high level, on just definition level. Okay, we will be not discussing about the in detail. Next question, what is Java and core Java? Both are same. See, Java has core Java and advanced Java, two things. Advanced Java is required for development purpose. Okay, if I want to develop any application, so we should go and learn some advanced topics. Okay, that is why it is called it as advanced Java. Like collection. Collection is one of the advanced topic, but that is we are covering as part of core Java. Okay, so Java has two things, core Java and advanced Java. Core Java means basic Java. That is the core part of Java. Like if you want to get into testing, so you have to learn manual testing. That is the core. Okay, so similarly, if you want to learn Java, then you have to learn core Java. And then you can go for advanced Java if you want to become a developer. Okay, because developer, they are also, they need to learn these topics also. Okay, before they get into advanced Java concept. And guys, one more thing, we'll be not discussing Java as Java point of like Selenium point of view. Okay, this is not like all this syllabus is required for Selenium. Only few topics are required for Selenium. But we are not going to discuss the Java as Selenium point of view. We are discussing Java as Java point of view. Okay, so we'll be not comparing this with Java with Selenium. We'll be just discussing Java as a core concept. Okay, then at the end, I will tell you like before you go to Selenium, which topic you have to brush up. Okay, from these many topics, which topics you can brush up before you go to Selenium. Okay, yeah. Can we do any interview question after completion of these topics? Yes, you can go to interview. I'll be giving you some interview asked questions. You can prepare for that. Okay, 90% chances are there you will crack the interview. Okay, 95% of chances. So that document I will provide you at the end. Okay, in our last session. Have seen interview questions on linked list. Is it included? So linked list, it comes as part of collection. Okay, linked list, it comes as part of collection. Nowadays, interview asks questions from lead code and many other Java practice platform. Do we have to problems in place so that we can prepare them before going for interview? I'll be giving it to you, Shika. Okay. I'll be guiding you. I'll be giving you the some problem statement. I'll be giving you some assignment during the session. And those assignment, you don't have to submit it. It is just for your practice purpose. Okay. You have some other assignment given by Star Agile that you have to upload. Okay, but the questions, the assignment, which whenever I feel it is required, I'll be giving you some assignment question during the session that is only for your practice purpose. Okay, that practice you can do, and along with that I'll be giving you some interview asked programs. Okay, at the end, so you can prepare for those questions. Yeah, Eclipse will work. Eclipse is a small software, so it doesn't matter like how many softwares are there on your machine. Eclipse will work smoothly. Do we simultaneously do the practical session with you or after the session? Practical, as I have told, will every session will be the practical session. So we'll be writing code in each session, guys, except today's session. Okay, from tomorrow onwards, we'll be start writing the programs. Okay, we'll be discussing each and every topic because today we will be discussing about the introduction, features of Java, and the setup. Okay, once setup is done, then you are ready to use the Java, you are ready to write the code. Okay, so from today onwards, you can practice. Okay, you can practice. Uh, we can start writing the code in each and every session. Okay, so every session is practical session. Interfaces will be discussed. The interfaces will be discussed as part of abstraction. Okay, here is the abstraction. As part of abstraction, it will be discussed. JDK and Eclipse will support my system, MacBook Pro. Yeah, it is supported. Okay. CI/CD pipeline most asked questions. Are we going to cover that in the syllabus? CI/CD is a different concept. Okay, it is a different module. It is not part of Java. So it will be not covered here, but you have a different module on CI/CD. What about set and map? That is part of collection again. So collection, we are going to cover it here. As and when we cover the module, will you be telling us the interview questions in that topic? Yeah, I'll be telling you like what kind of questions you may means you will be asked as part of that concept. Okay, so you can be prepared for those questions. Okay. And also I'll be uploading the notes after the session within 30 minutes. So you can revise before you go to bed. For testing interview, they will ask Java and Selenium different questions or what kind of questions we are expecting. So when you go to an interview, okay, if suppose interview is for 1 hour, so 15 minutes they will spend on manual testing, 30 minutes, okay, they will spend on Java, 15 minutes they will spend on Selenium, and 15 minutes some other stuff. Okay, so they will spend more time on Java, and on this syllabus you'll get more questions. Okay, when it comes to interview. Can we get interview questions after each topic that is completed? I will orally explain you like what kind of questions you will get, but the document I will give it at the end. Okay, because that document has all the questions based on this syllabus. It is not segregated, but on every topic, I will tell you what kind of questions you will get it on that topic. If I don't have prior automation testing experience but having manual testing by completing this course, will companies consider me as a fresher in automation or experienced professional? See, company will consider your experience, but if you want to get into an automation, so they will consider as a fresher in automation. But obviously, you are a working professional, you are having testing background. So that experience will be counted. Are we going to learn how to work Maven? Okay, that Maven you will understand in Selenium. That is the concept of Selenium. Maven is the concept of Selenium. Okay, fine. There are no more questions are opened. So I hope everyone is good with the syllabus. Okay, so we'll be covering topic by topic and I'll be uploading the notes accordingly. There are many topics are not here directly, but I'll be covering it as part of the syllabus. Okay, there are few more small topics are there that we are covering it is during runtime. Okay, fine. Then this is the syllabus. So before we start with our introduction part, let's take 5 minutes break. At we'll be back at around 9:50. Okay, session will continue at 9. So we'll be having 5 minutes break during the session. Okay, it will be not complete 2.5 hour non-stop session. So we'll be having 5 minutes break. So then we will start freshly. Okay, fine. So let's back at 9:50. Okay, so let's start. I hope I'm audible, everyone. Okay, great. Thanks for the convention. So as part of today's topic, we'll be discussing about the introduction, okay? And then we'll be discussing about the features, okay? And then we'll be discussing about the setup, okay? So one minute. So before we start with the introduction, features, and setup topic, I just wanted to give you the overview on the programming language. What does programming language means? Okay. Programming languages means these are the languages which are used. These are the languages which are used to communicate or instruct machines or systems. Okay. So programming language. So you might have heard it Python, C Sharp. Okay. There are many programming language available on market. Okay. So all these programming languages, what does this? Why everyone is suggesting and why companies they are looking for programming languages? Okay. Because using this language, developers are developing application. Okay. Now, if developers are developing application using these languages, so if I want to test that application, I must be knowing that language, correct? Because their application running on machine and system, correct? Every application runs on mobile or every application runs on laptop or desktop. Okay. Every application runs on system. Okay. Now, if I want to test that application or if I want to automate that application, then I must be knowing the language which machine knows it. Okay. So that is why programming language, everyone is suggesting us to learn the programming language because we should be capable to instruct machine what to do and what not to do. Okay. So using programming language, we can achieve that. We can communicate with the machine. Okay. Now, yes. Now, coming back to the introduction. Okay. Now, introduction means the test. If you see in market, we have many automation tools available. Okay. I have just listed few automation tools here, but there are many automation tools are available like Selenium, Cypress, Test Cafe, Playwright. Then we have, apart from that, we have Test Complete tool. Okay. Test Complete tool, then we have UFT tool. UFT tool is developed by HP company, right? The tool name itself is called UFT. Okay. So we have many tools available in market. Okay. Now, why Selenium is more popular and why it is getting more popular day by day? The only reason is Selenium is free of cost. That means if you take an example, okay, YouTube and Netflix. Okay. YouTube has more users or Netflix has more users? Everyone? YouTube has more users or Netflix has more users? YouTube has more users. Why? Because YouTube is free. Even though Netflix has good contents, right? Netflix has good contents. But still, YouTube is more popular and it has more users because it's free of cost. But when it comes to sell other like Netflix, then we have Hotstar, then we have Amazon Prime, right? Those are all having good contents, good movies, okay, but The only thing is we have to pay, we have to take the subscription to use their services. So similarly, in this automation industry, we have many tools available in market. But why Selenium is more popular? Because Selenium is free. It has many other features also, but the main reason is free. Okay, so that is why every industry who are spending large amount of money to get the licenses, to get the subscription on the paid tool, they are planning to migrate on Selenium. Okay, they are planning to move to Selenium. Okay, so that is why Selenium has the huge demand in today's market. Okay, when it comes to programming language, so if you see the Java programming language year by year, it is keep on increasing. The graph of the Java is keep on increasing. Okay, why? Because see, every year Java at least release one version. Okay, every year Java is releasing one version, minimum one version. Sometimes they are releasing two versions in a year. If they are releasing new version every year, that means new features will be coming up. For example, there is an update to your WhatsApp application. There is an update. Okay, there is an update to your WhatsApp application. So if you are updating your WhatsApp application, you will be having some expectation about the new features. Yes or no? If I update this WhatsApp application, I might see some new features in it. Okay, so every update is making WhatsApp stronger. Correct. So similarly, if Java is developing or they are releasing one version every year, they are updating Java every year. That means Java is getting more powerful. Okay. So that is why industry in today's market, even Java has that much client base or user base where most of the companies they wanted to use Java. Okay. They wanted to use Java because year by year, day by day, they are updating Java. Okay. Yeah. Now, let me start this PPT first. Okay. Now, what is Java and what is the history of Java? Okay. So the Java is a high level object oriented programming language. Now here we have three things. One is high level, second one is object oriented, and third one is programming language. Okay, so programming language we have already discussed, right? So programming language we have already discussed. Programming language means what? These are the languages which help us to communicate with the machines or to pass the instructions to the machines or systems. Okay, that means a programming language. Correct. Now, what does this high level means? Okay, high level means what? Okay, so languages are classified into two types. One is high level and second one is low level. Okay, high level means what? The language which can be easily understandable by human beings. Okay, the language which can easily understandable by human being, that language we called it as high level language. Okay, the language which can easily understandable by human being. For example, let's take an example. I am writing something here. Okay, do we have anyone inside this class who cannot understand this statement? Do we have anyone inside this class? Everyone. Everyone can read this statement and everyone can understand this statement. Yes or no? Correct. Everyone can read this statement and everyone can understand this statement. So this is Java language. Okay, which can be easily understandable by any human being. It is simple English. Okay, so Java is high level. Low level means what? The language which can be understandable by machine. Okay, the language which can be understandable by machine. Those languages we called it as low level language. High level language means what? It can be easily understandable by humans. Low level means what? Understandable by machine. So Java is high level or low level? Java is high level. Means Java language can be easily understandable by human beings. What does this object oriented means? Okay, object oriented means, okay, object oriented. It is one of the concept. Okay, object oriented is one of the concept which has several types. Okay, which has several types. We have class definition, object creation, and then abstraction, then polymorphism, then inheritance, then encapsulation. Okay, so object oriented is one of the concept. Okay, let's take an example. There is a 5G phone. Okay, 5G technology. Now 5G is with respect to any specific company, like 5G belongs to Apple. Other Samsung, OnePlus, they cannot have 5G now. Is it true? 5G is not specific or it is not with respect to any company. 5G is a technology. Yes or no? 5G is one of the technology. Correct? Now, any phone support this 5G technology, that phone will become 5G phone. Yes or no? Any phone supports this technology, that phone will become 5G phone. So similarly, object oriented is one of the technology. It is one of the concept. Any programming language supports this concept will become object oriented programming language. Any programming language. For example, tomorrow I will create my own programming language called Abhishek programming language. Like Java, I have introduced my own language called Abhishek programming language. And this Abhishek programming language is going to support all these concepts. Okay. This Abhishek programming language is going to support all these concepts. So this Abhishek programming language will become object oriented because Abhishek programming language is supporting all the concept of object oriented. Okay. So Java, what is these concepts that we'll be discussing? We have separate topic for each. Okay. If you remember our syllabus, in that syllabus, we have these separate topics. So we'll be discussing these separate topics one by one. Okay. So this is one of the concept. So any programming language support this concept will become object oriented programming language. Okay. So that makes Java's definition. So Java is high level. High level means easily understandable by a human being. Object oriented means Java supports all the concept of object oriented. Programming language means Java. Using Java, we can pass the instructions to the machine or a system. So that creates the complete definition of Java. So if in an interview, interviewer is asking what is Java, so you should give this definition. And if interviewer asks anything from this definition, you should be able to explain. Okay. So what is Java? Java is a high level object oriented programming language. Yeah. Python also is an object oriented. C Sharp is also object oriented because they supports all the concept of OOPS. Okay. Yes. So Java is a high level object oriented programming language. So high level means it can be easily understandable by human beings. Object oriented means it is one of the concept that Java supports all the concept of object oriented. And programming language means using Java we can communicate or pass the instructions to the machine or a system. Okay, that makes the complete definition of Java. Now, what is the history of Java? So when it was introduced, who introduced Java? Okay. So Java is written by James Gosling when James Gosling is the person name. Okay. Where James Gosling is the person name. So there is a person called James Gosling who introduced this Java programming language. So when that James Gosling was working with Sun Microsystem, okay, James Gosling is the person name, is an employee. When he was an employee with Sun Microsystem, he has introduced this Java programming language. So the first release, when the Java was released, it was released in 1995 as 1.0, 1.0 as the first version. Okay, the Java was released as 1.0 in 1995 by James Gosling when he was working with Sun Microsystem. But later, Oracle Corporation took over Sun Microsystem. Now, Sun Microsystem is the child company of Oracle Corporation. Okay, they bought Oracle Corporation bought the Sun Microsystem. So Sun Microsystem was having Java. So officially, it goes to Oracle Corporation now. Now, who is the official implementer of Java? Who is releasing Java new versions? Oracle Corporation is releasing Java's new versions. Okay, whichever versions are coming into market, okay, those are coming from Oracle Corporation. So Java is the official language of Oracle Corporation. Okay, they have the copyright. Okay, so that history is more than enough. You might will not get any questions on the history part, but good to know. Okay, at least you will get some good background, like it was developed by Sun Microsystems. So Sun Microsystem is the company name. James Gosling is the writer name who has written this Java programming language. Then it was released in 1995. Okay, and the current implementer is Oracle Corporation. Okay, so that explains about what is Java and what is the history of Java. Okay, now next part is features of Java. Okay, features means what? For example, you want to buy any phone, forget about phone. If you want to buy anything, any electronic item, okay, then you will see the features. You will compare the features with other same category items, yes or no. You will verify the specifications and the features, and based on that, you will decide whether to buy or not. Correct? So same goes with Java. Okay, every programming language. Okay, same goes with every programming language. Every programming language will be having their own features. Okay, so similarly, why we need to learn Java? Okay, if anybody asked you this question, why you are learning Java? So you should be able to explain them all the features of Java. Okay, so features of Java explains why Java is important and what it provides. Okay, what functionality it provides. Okay, so that we call it as features. So Java features we have simple and easy to use. Okay, then we have compiled and interpreted. Then we have platform independent. Then we have object oriented. We have multi-threaded. Okay, and then we have distributed. Okay, so let's understand what does this simple and easy to use. Feature by feature, we will understand each and every feature. Okay, so simple and easy to use means Java is high level. High level means what? It is easily understandable by human being. So that makes Java easy to learn. Okay, that makes Java easy to learn and simple to use. Okay, it is simple to use and easy to learn. Why? Because it is in high level language. High level means easily understandable by human being. Okay, so that makes Java simple and easy to use. Next feature is object oriented. So this object oriented we already discussed. It is one of the concept. Okay, it has these many concepts called class definition, object creation, abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation. So all these concepts, Java supports all these concepts. So Java becomes object oriented programming. Okay, and each and every concept we will be discussing one by one. Okay, in upcoming sessions. Okay, so all these concepts supported by Java. So Java becomes object oriented. Next is multi-threaded. So multi-threaded is coming from multitasking. Okay, multiple task means performing multiple tasks at a time. Okay, many of you are multitasker. Okay, many of you are attending class, they are having their dinner, or they are watching some movie, or they are focused in class, or they are talking or communicating with someone else. So we are doing multiple tasks at a time. Okay, so multi-threading is coming from multitask. Okay, doing multiple tasks at a time is called multitask. So task we called it as thread. Okay, task we called it as thread. So performing multiple tasks at a time, that is called multi-threading in Java. Okay, performing multiple tasks. Task means threads. So performing multiple threads at a time. Okay, that is called multi-threading concept. That explains multi-threading concept. Okay, you take an example. Google Chrome. Okay, Chrome is the browser. So on Chrome browser, you can open multiple tabs. In one tab, if you have played some video on YouTube, on second tab you are playing one game, on third tab you have kept. So it is performing multiple tasks at a time. Google Chrome is performing multiple tasks at a time. Okay, means executing multiple tasks at a time. Okay, so that explains the multi-threading concept. Then we have distributed. Distributed means what? Java, it is distributed in all the domain means what? It is not limited. For example, what kind of applications we can see on day-to-day basis? We have mobile application, we have web application, we have client server application, we have desktop applications. Correct? We have different varieties of applications. Using Java, we can develop any kind of application. It is not limited. Like using Java, voice is not audible. Okay, okay, sorry, everyone. Is it good now? Okay. When it was broken, guys, distributed or multi-threading, multi-threading after multi-threading, or okay, I will repeat the multi-threading concept then. Okay, let me repeat the multi-threading. So multiple tasks. Okay, you can compare this multi-threading word with multiple tasks. Now also it's breaking. Okay, 1 minute. Huh? Okay, just give me a minute, guys. Okay, I will try to connect to my. Yeah, it's breaking. Okay, I will fix it. Just give me a minute. I'm audible now, right? Okay, just give me some time. Okay, I will fix that issue. Just give me some time. Okay. Is it good, guys? Now? Okay. I hope you can see my camera also. I have just switched on my camera. Just me start. Okay. It's not breaking at all, right? Good. Just give me a minute. Huh? Okay. I just switched my network. It should not break now. Okay. If it breaks, let me know. Okay, fine. Uh, it's not breaking, right? Just last confirmation. Everyone, is it breaking? Let me share my screen and then give me the confirmation. Let me share my screen first. One minute. Oh. Okay. Is it good, guys? Am I audible and still you can see my screen? It's not lagging. Okay, perfect. Good. Okay. Let me just start the PPT. Yeah. So we were discussing about multi-threading concept. So multi-threading means running multiple threads. Okay. Running multiple threads simultaneously. Threads means tasks. Okay. So executing multiple tasks at a time is called multitasking. So executing multiple threads at a time is called multi-threading in Java. Okay. So you can consider Chrome browser. Okay. Chrome browser means, sorry, what it's perfect, right? Okay, fine. So Chrome browser, if you see the Chrome browser, you can open multiple tabs and on each tab you can perform one task. Okay. So if you are performing multiple tasks on multiple tabs, it will not disturb other tasks. It will execute those tasks parallelly. Okay. For example, on one browser tab, I have played some YouTube video. On second browser, okay, on second browser, if I am I have uh, kept something on download. On third browser, I am just watching some movie or I am some playing some video. Okay, so those different tabs will not be disturbed. Okay, download will continue. I am playing one video that will also continue. I am playing video game that will also continue. Okay, it will not disturb. It will not stop other tasks. Okay, so executing multiple tasks parallelly, simultaneously is called multitasking, but in Java we call it as multi-threading. Okay, fine. Now, next is let me just start this. Okay, distributed. Distributed means what? As we know, we have different types of applications. We have desktop application, web application, mobile application, client server application, right? So Java, using Java, it is not limited. Like using Java, it is not only to develop, it will not allow us to develop only mobile application. Okay. Using Java, we can develop web application, we can develop mobile application, desktop application, client server application, any kind of application we can develop with the help of Java programming language. So that makes Java as distributed. It is distributed in each and every domain. Okay, it is distributed in each and every industry. It is not limited to mobile industry or it is not just limited to web industry. It is distributed in all the industries. Okay, that makes Java as distributed. Now, the next two important features that whatever important features we are going to discuss it, the next features, those features will be asked for freshers. Okay, if you are a fresher, if you are going as a fresher, then there might be chances you'll get questions on these two features. Okay, one feature is compiled and interpreted, and second feature is platform and independent. Okay, so this compile and interpreted and platform and independent will be discussing based on the animation. Okay, now compile and interpreted means what? Java is which language, high level or low level, everyone? Java is high level language or Java is low level language? Java is high level language. Okay, so whatever instructions we will be writing, okay, whatever instructions we will be writing, those instructions we will be writing in high level. High level means what? Simple English, which can be easily understandable by human being. So I have written some instruction called print hello. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so I have written some instruction called print hello. So this is I have written in high level language. Okay, so high level language is also called it as. I will take the questions on features. I will open the Q&A once we complete these features. Okay, once I complete these features, I will open the Q&A. So if anything is not covered, okay, or you have any questions on the features, then you can put it in Q&A. Okay, just a minute. Let me see. Okay, fine. Yeah. Now, print hello, it is written in high level language. Okay, so high level language and whatever code we will be writing. So this is the instruction. Okay, I am asking my system to print hello. On the window, I am asking my system to print hello. So this is the instruction I have written in the Java language. So this is Java language. Okay, so this language, this instruction will be writing inside a file. Okay, we'll be writing it inside a file. So that file, we called it as high level language. So this is high level language. That file is also called it as source code, and the extension of that file will be Java. Okay, how my system will get to know this is Java file? How you will get to know which kind of file is this? It is a PDF file, or it is a video file, or it is a audio file, or it is a Word file, or it is an Excel file. How you will decide? Everyone, on what basis you will consider the file type? On what basis? With file extension, yes or no? By saying the file extension, you will decide, okay, so the file type is this. If the extension is .pdf, that means the file type of that file is PDF. If the extension is .xlsx, that means the file is Excel file. If that file extension is .mp4, that means that file is video file. .jpeg, that file is image file. Yes or no? Based on the extension, you will decide what is the type of that file. So similarly, based on the extension, you will decide this is the Java file. So what is the extension of Java file? The extension of Java file is .java. Okay, so the extension of Java file is .java. Okay, so I have written some instruction here, print hello, and that instruction is present inside high level. Okay, now that instructions I will pass it to the machine. But machine understand human language? Everyone, does machine understand human language? No, machine understand low level language. Correct? That instruction I am passing it to the machine. I am asking machine to execute that instruction. But machine will not understand human language. Machine understand low level language. Correct? So machine will say, hey, I am not able to understand what you have written or what instructions you are passing. Okay. So first convert that instruction into machine language and then give it to me. Okay. So I have written some instruction here. That instruction is present inside high level. Okay, that high level instruction, if I pass it to the machine, machine will understand low level. Okay, we have written high level, but machine understand low level. So machine is saying first convert that low high level into low level, then I can execute your instruction. Correct? So this is the scenario. Okay. Now, if you want to travel to Japan, okay, or China, so you will start learning Japanese or you'll start learning Chinese, or you will hire one translator or one tourist guide who will be knowing your local language and their local language as well. So once you travel with that translator, so that translator will convert your language into their local language and their local language into your language, yes or no? You will go with translator or you will learn the complete Chinese language and then you will plan for visit? No, correct. Like our PM, Prime Minister, travels many countries. So do you think that PM is learning languages? No, obviously not, right? So they have the translator who will translate their language into their local language and their local language to our local language. Okay, so we need some translator who can do this job, who can convert this high level language to low level language. Okay, so Java has that translator. Okay, Java has that translator called Java C. Java C means Java compiler. Okay, Java has its own translator called Java compiler. Okay, so how it happens? I have written some high level language. Okay, I have written some instructions into high level language. So that high level language, we also call it as source code. That is also called it as .java. Okay, now I have written some instructions here. Okay, that instructions, I before I pass it to the machine, that instructions I will pass it to the Java compiler. Okay, so this is the Java compiler who will take that instruction, okay, who will take that high level language and we will convert that high level language to low level language. Okay, so this Java C means Java compiler. So Java has its own compiler. We don't have to buy this translator from anywhere. Java has it already. Okay, Java comes with this Java compiler. We don't have to download or we don't have to install it separately. It comes along with Java by default. Okay, so Java has its own compiler which is responsible to convert high level language to low level language. Low level language means what? Machine understandable language. Now tell me, do we have anyone in class who can understand this language? Low level language. So low level language is also called it as machine level language, which is also called it as bytecode, or which is also called it as dot class file. So what is the extension of this low level language? What is the extension of this low level language? The extension of this low level language is dot class file. Okay, dot class is the extension. So after compilation, which file will be created? Dot class file will be created. So we are compiling dot Java file, and after compilation, dot class file will be created. Now, which file we can pass it to the machine? Everyone, which file we can pass it to the machine? Dot Java file or dot class file? I want to give it to the machine. So we have to give it to the machine this dot class file. Okay, so we have to give this dot class file to the machine. Now machine will understand because it's in his own language. So machine will understand that language and it will print hello. It will follow the instruction. So the first part, if you see here, the first part, the compilation is happening, and second part, the execution of our instructions are happening. It is executing our instructions. When it is converted, then it is executing our instructions. Correct? So the first part is called it as compiled, and second part it is called it as interpreted. Interpreted means execution. Compiled means translation. Interpreted means execution. Clear everyone? So compiled means translation. Interpreter means execution. So in first part, we are translating high level language to low level language. How we are translating from high level language to low level language? We are translating high level language to low level language with the help of Java compiler, Java translator. Okay, so Java compiler will translate high level language to low level language. That low level language we are giving it to the machine. Will those instructions will give the out. So this is called compiled and interpreted. Okay, this is called compiled and interpreted. Okay, here guys, we are not discussing about how to write the code. We are discussing about the process, how things are happening. Suppose tomorrow if I give you this .java file, which has some code, which has some instructions written. Okay, so can you execute that .java file directly? Can you give it to the machine for the execution? Everyone, can you give that code or .java file to the machine for the execution? No. First, you have to compile. First, you have to give it to the Java compiler. And then after Java compiler creates this .class file, then that .class file you can give it to the machine. So you should understand what is the expectation here. The expectation is not to understand what code we'll be writing it inside that file. Because from tomorrow onwards, we'll be spending time on writing the codes. Okay, but today first understand the process, how things are happening here. We'll be discussing this thing practically tomorrow. I'll be showing you how we are compiling and how we are executing. That thing I will explain it to you tomorrow. Once Java is installed on your machine, okay, I'll be explaining you how to install Java, how to do the setup, Java setup on your machine. Once you're ready with that setup, I will explain you tomorrow how these things are happening in practical. But everyone understood how this compilation and interpretation is happening. Compilation means translation of our high level to low level. Interpretation means our execution of our low level. Okay? Yeah, perfect. Now, next is, okay, platform independent. Platform independent means what? Suppose I have a Windows machine. On Windows machine, platform is multiple platforms like hardware and softwares. Okay, if we are having Windows OS, we have Mac OS, we have Linux OS. Okay, so these will be considered it as three different platforms. Okay, Windows is different platform, Mac is different platform, Linux is different platform. Inside Windows also we have Windows 9, Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows 8. Okay, all these will be considered it as different platforms. Okay, different hardware and software, we call it as different platform. Okay, suppose on this Windows machine I have written my .java file. Okay, I have written my .java file. So that .java file, if I compile, I will get that .class file. Okay, it is happening on Windows machine. Okay, I have written, developer has written their code on Windows machine and they have got their .class file, means this is the application. Now this is done on the Windows platform. Okay, but there are many users who uses this Mac OS. So can we make our application limited to Windows OS or we have to make it open to all the users with different platform? Let's take an example. WhatsApp application is limited to only one Android phone or it is open for Android, it is open for Apple? Yes or no? It is not just limited to Android. It is open for Apple also. Correct? So what do you think? Developer has written code, separate code for Apple and separate code for Android? Everyone? Whatever WhatsApp application you see, that WhatsApp application developer has written separate code for Apple phones and separate code for Android phones. Correct? They have written one same code which is executing on different platforms. So using Java, that is possible. So I can write my code on one machine. I can compile that code. I will get .class file. That .class file, I can execute it on any machine. I don't have to write the code again. I can directly execute that code on any machine. Code, I have written it on Windows machine. I have also compiled that code on Windows machine. I have taken that .class file and that .class file I can execute it on any machine. on any platform. That makes Java as a platform independent language. So write once and run anywhere. We have to write only once and we can run it anywhere. That makes Java platform independent. Clear? Now, these are the two important features of Java. Compiled and interpreted. Compiled and interpreted means first we have to compile our high level language to low level language using Java compiler, and then we have to execute with the help of interpreter. Okay. Our dot class file, our low level language, we have to execute. That is called interpreter. So Java has its own compiler and interpreter. Means Java has its own translator and executor. Okay. Platform independent means what? Write once and run anywhere. On any platform we can execute. Okay. That makes Java as a platform independent. Now anybody has any questions on these features? Sir, what about Playwright? Which is more good, Selenium or Playwright? See, Playwright is also there. Okay. But as compared to Selenium, it doesn't have that many users. Okay. It is being used in some of the industry. Okay. But it is not have the scale like Selenium. Okay, it is not at this scale compared to Selenium. So to print in Java, do we need to write system? So we'll be not taking any questions related to code, Siddharth. Okay, I'll be explaining you line by line how to write the code. Okay, so don't worry about code, guys. We'll be taking it from scratch. Okay, so you don't just focus on the topic. Okay, and the process. Anyways, from tomorrow you will get hands-on experience. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, no other questions. Fine. Now, in Java, we have three main terminologies. Okay, like in Agile, we have terminologies like Sprint, Scrum. Okay, these are the terminologies are being used in Agile. Sprint is called test cycle time, right? If I want to test some features. So whatever time it is going to take, that is called sprint. Okay. So it has just different terminologies. So similarly in Java, we have three different terminologies. Okay. JDK, JRE, and JVM. Okay. So JDK stands for Java Development Kit. Okay. Java Development Kit means what? Okay. If suppose I want to play video, so video software should be there on my machine. If video software is not there, can I play the video file, MP4 file? Everyone, can I play MP4 file if it doesn't have any software which support video? So we have to install VLC, MP4 or some of the software which can support that MP4 file. Correct. So similarly, if I want to use Java on my machine, then Java has to be installed. So which software of Java has to be installed? The name of the software is called JDK. Okay. The software for Java is called JDK, Java Development Kit. Okay. So if I want to use Java on my machine, then JDK has to be installed on my machine, Java Development Kit, which contains our compiler, interpreter, and so many things. Okay. It is one of the kit which contains everything whichever required. Okay, so we don't have to download it separately. Each and everything, we don't have to download it separately. We just have to download it. We have to install it. That's it. Okay, it has everything in it. Okay, so JDK is the Java software. Okay, Java Development Kit. JDK is the Java software which is required. It has to be installed on your machine before you use Java. Okay, then we have JRE. JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. Java runtime environment means what? See, here I'll be executing my instructions. Okay, dot class file. This is my dot class file. This dot class file, I'm giving it to the machine, and machine is executing all the instructions here. Okay, so machine will be executing all the instructions here. So where that machine is going to execute all the instructions. Okay, I will tell you an example. Okay, whenever you open WhatsApp, so WhatsApp will occupy some memory while running. Yes or no? If you want to open the WhatsApp, it requires some memory to get it open, correct? So once it will occupy some memory, your WhatsApp will be running on that memory. Once you close the WhatsApp, that memory will be freezed. It will be released, not freezed. It will be released. Okay, correct. If you are using WhatsApp application, it will occupy some memory. After closing the WhatsApp application, it will release the memory. Okay, how these things are happening? So in Java, to do such things, we have JRE. Okay, so JRE is a runtime environment. Means any Java application is running. So JRE will create some environment to run that application. Okay, it will create some memory. It will create some environment during runtime to execute our Java application, to execute our instructions. Once the instructions are executed, JRE will release that memory. It will release the environment. Okay, so that is the job of Java runtime environment. So name itself it explains, right? Java runtime environment. That means when Java is running, that environment will be created. When Java is running, that environment will be created. Once Java execution is completed, it will delete that environment. Okay, so that is done by the JRE. That is controlled by the JRE. Now JVM is responsible. Actually, it is called Java Virtual Machine. The name itself, it explains virtually it is present. This is not present. It is not physically exist. JVM is not physically exist. Okay, it is virtually present. And what is the responsibility of JVM? The responsibility of JVM is to execute the bytecode. Okay, the responsibility of JVM is to execute the bytecode, low level language. So JVM is compiler or JVM is interpreter? Everyone? JVM is compiler or JVM is an interpreter? JVM is an interpreter because JVM is responsible to execute our code. Correct. Okay. JVM is responsible to execute our bytecode. Okay. So JDK means Java Development Kit. Okay, which is a Java software. JRE is a Java runtime environment. Okay, it will create the environment during runtime whenever any Java applications are running. Okay, JVM is the executor, is an interpreter which executes our bytecode. Okay, so these are the three terminologies you have to remember, and this is their structure. So we have JDK. So inside JDK we have JRE. So JRE means it is an environment which is created by Java to run our application. And who is running our application? JVM is running our application. So this is the architecture of JDK, JRE, and JVM. So tomorrow before class, everyone should get this JDK installed. Okay, but before you get installed, there are ways to check whether JDK is already installed or not. So I will explain you that. Okay. Yeah, before we install JDK. So if I want to use Java, JDK has to be installed. Okay, so many of you might be having JDK already installed on your machine. If it is not installed, how to check that? That we will see. Okay, let me see what question. Yeah, everything I will explain, guys. Okay, I will explain how to install, which version to install, from where to install, everything I will explain. Just wait for some time. Okay, now we have one concern like class will be continued after 10. See, last 30 minutes, okay, according to the policy, last 30 minutes should be open for Q&A. But I'll be opening the Q&A during the session multiple times. So we can utilize. So the class time is 8 to 10:30, correct? So I can utilize from 8 to 10:30. So in between, I'll be opening multiple Q&A. Okay, don't worry. Yeah, fine. And now we'll be discussing only about the setup, not the any theoretical thing. Okay, we'll be just discussing about the setup here. If anybody is not done it, so you can get it done by tomorrow. Okay, fine. So before we install the JDK, okay, first we have to check whether, and this is part of the notes, okay, whatever notes I am going to upload it on LMS portal. I hope everyone knows where I'm going to upload it, right? If not, you can revise the video, okay? You will be getting the recorded session. In first 5 to 10 minutes, I have explained where I'm going to upload these notes, okay? So you can get it there, okay? So check whether JDK is installed or not, okay? So to check the JDK whether installed or not, first we have to open the command prompt. Okay, this is for Windows user. Okay, and for Mac user, you have to use the terminal. You have to open the terminal for Mac user. Okay, how to open the command prompt? We can open the command prompt by pressing Control key plus R. Okay, sorry, not Control. Sorry. Windows key plus R. Okay, Windows key plus R. Using this key, we can open the command prompt. So Windows R, once you press, it will open this run now. Okay, let me share this. Let me stop sharing and let me share the complete screen. So this is important. Okay, everyone can see my screen. Word pad. Everyone can see this word. Okay, we are discussing about how to open the command prompt. Okay, so Windows plus R you have to press. It will open this run window. So inside this run window, you just have to type CMD. Okay, it will open the run window. Okay, run window. Okay, then okay, then you just have to type CMD and then enter. For Apple or MacBook, you don't have to follow these steps. You might be knowing how to open the terminal, okay, because it is very fundamental thing. Okay, so for Windows thing, okay, Windows users, you have to press Windows R. Okay, let me close this window. Or is this? That is fine. Okay, you just have to press Windows plus R. It will open the run prompt. Okay, inside this run prompt, you have to just type CMD and click on OK. Once you hit OK, it will open the command prompt for you. Okay, 1 minute. What happened? One minute. Just a minute. So this is the command prompt. Okay, on this command prompt, okay, you have to enter the command called Java space hyphen version. Okay, this is the command you have to type. Okay, Java space hyphen version. Inside this command prompt, you have to just type Java space hyphen version. Okay, once you type Java space hyphen version and hit enter, it will give you, if Java is installed, it will give you Java version 21 is installed on my machine. So which version of Java is installed, it will give you that version in details. Okay, it will give you that versioning details. So on my machine, Java 21 is installed. That means JDK is installed on my machine. Okay, JDK is already there on my machine. If it is not there intentionally, okay, intentionally, I am just writing some wrong command just to tell you. Okay, intentionally, I am writing some wrong command. If it is not installed, you will get this error message. Okay, you will get this error message called If not installed, you will get the error message called Java is not installed as it is not recognized as internal or external. If you are seeing this error, everyone, if you are seeing this error, that means Java JDK is not installed on your machine. If you are seeing the versioning details, okay, here, if you are seeing the versioning details, that means Java is installed. If you are seeing this error message, okay, if you are seeing this error message, that means Java is not installed. Okay, before we understand how to install this JDK, first let me tell you 1.7, 1.8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We support all these versions. Okay. If you can see any version from these versions, okay, any version. So you might be having 21 point, I'm not counting decimal. Okay. So if it is having 21.1.1, that is also fine. It will be considered it as 21 only. Okay. So I'm not counting here decimal. But if your version is in between these version, that means you are good to go with this course. If it is less than 1.7, then you have to uninstall JDK from command control panel. Okay. You might be knowing how to uninstall the softwares, right? It is not just JDK. Any software, how do we uninstall? We have to go to the control panel. From control panel, we can uninstall the software. Okay. So if it is less than 1 point, but I believe nobody will be having these versions less than 1.7. Max to max, at least you will be having 1.8, not below 1.8. Am I right, guys? Everyone will be having versions greater than 1.8 only. Okay. So if you are having that version on your machine, then you are good to go with course. You don't have any assignment for tomorrow. You don't have to get JDK installed by tomorrow. JDK is already there on your machine. Okay. If JDK is not there on your machine, okay, if it is not installed, then first we have to download, then download JDK and install. Okay. So from where you can download? You can download JDK. Okay, 1 minute, guys. It is gone. Yes. Okay, so this is the place, guys. Okay, where your notes will be uploaded. Okay, this is the place. Whoever joined late, you can see the notes at this location. Okay, now you have to just go to the Google. You just have to ask Google JDK download. Okay, once you click on JDK download, who is the official implementer of Java? The official implementer of Java is Oracle. So you will be having many URLs here. HTTP www.java.com. Then you will be having some jdk.java.net, then java.com, www.azul.com. Okay, don't go anywhere. Who is the official implementer of Java? Oracle. So just go to the Oracle website. That is the trusted website. Okay. So just click on here. You just have to search JDK download. Once you search JDK download, just click on this Java download link given by the Oracle Corporation. So it will take you to the Java download section directly. And inside Java download section, you can see here JDK 24, JDK 21, Gradle VM for JDK. This is not required. Okay. Only JDK 24 and JDK 20. So whichever version you want to download, you can select that version. Okay, go with the latest version only. Okay, JDK 24 is there, so go with the latest version. So click on JDK 24. Once you click on JDK 24, you will be having this Linux, Mac OS, and Windows. So JDK supports for Linux OS, Mac OS, and Windows OS. Okay, so whichever OS you are using, let's take an example. You are using Windows OS. So for Windows OS, you have to download this .exe file, .exe executable. Okay, once you click on this .exe file, the download will start. Okay, download of JDK will start once you click on this .exe file. If you are Mac user, then you have to download this .dmg file. Okay, .dmg. You might be knowing, right, which extension usually you use it for your applications. Okay, to install your application. Okay, usually we use .dmg. Okay, so you can use this .dmg file for Mac users, and for Windows user, you just have to use this .exe file. So first we have to download. Once it is downloaded, okay, .exe file will be downloaded on your download folder. Then for installation, okay, JDK installation. Okay, I will show you the document which I am going to share it today. At present, okay, it is saying unable to open. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, JDK setup. Okay, this link I am going to share it with you. And inside notes also, I have explained step by step. So whatever we are discussing, it is written in notes. Okay, and also I'll be giving it to you the link also. Inside that notes, I'll be giving you the link. Okay, so if you scroll down, there is a website called Geeks for Geeks. Okay, this link I have pasted in my notes. Okay, so inside this, it has everything explained in detail. Okay, for Windows OS, what JDK you want to download. Okay, for Linux and for Mac. Okay, so you just have to follow these steps. You have to visit the Oracle website. You just have to click on the executable file. Okay, so this is being explained for download JDK Java Development Kit. Okay, so accordingly, you will download the JDK. Okay, then setup. Install JDK on Windows. Okay, once it is downloaded, I have explained you which file you want to download if you are a Windows user. Once it is installed, it will explain you how to install it. You just have to double click. Okay, you just have to click on next, and finish. It will be installed. After installation, everyone, okay, you just have to verify this, set up the environment variable. Okay, let me just show you. Installation just has three next button, guys. You don't have to do anything. You just have to click on next, finish. It will install JDK. After installation, you can again verify through command prompt. Close the command prompt, reopen the command prompt, and hit the command called Java space hyphen version. From there you can verify whether JDK is installed or not. But after installation, I will show you what you need to verify. Okay, and these steps are for everyone, not for Mac users, only for Windows users. And these steps are being captured automatically. Yeah, Aditi, that is fine. Even though if you are having open JDK, that is fine. Okay, that is fine. Okay, now let me share my screen quickly. Everyone can see my screen. Okay, so this is the document I am going to upload it today. Okay, JDK installation and setting up the environment. So how to install, before you install, you have to check whether JDK is installed or not. So go to the start open run command, type CMD there and click on OK. It will open the command prompt. Inside command prompt, you have to type Java hyphen version. It will check whether it is installed or not. If it is installed, it will show the Java version. If it is not installed, it will give you this error message. Okay. After getting this error message, if it is not installed, you can download the JDK from this URL. This is Oracle URL. Okay. Then how to install? You just have to double click on that .exe file or whatever installed or downloaded file. Okay. You just have to double click on that. Click on next, click on continue and click on finish the installation. Okay. It will install the JDK for you. You don't have to do anything here. It is not complex at all. Okay. Once these steps are done, then you have to set the path. Okay. How to set the path? These are the steps. Okay. Not for Mac users. These are the steps only for Windows users. Okay. Because Mac users doesn't have any path setup thing. Okay. For only you Windows users, you have to verify whether the path is set or not. You just have to follow these steps. Okay, one by one. You just have to go to the bin folder, install path. Okay, installation path, I will give it to here. Okay, where your JDK will be installed, or we can take it tomorrow. These steps. Okay, but try to understand this. Bin folder in install path. So path where your JDK will be installed. Okay, it will be always installed inside C drive. Okay, program files, program files. Okay, inside program files Java. Inside Java, you will be having JDK. Inside JDK, you will be having bin folder. Okay, so your JDK will be always installed by default at this location. Inside C drive, program files, Java, JDK, and bin folder. Okay, you just have to copy that path. You have to go to the My Computer or this PC properties. Then click on Advanced System Settings, Environment Variables. You will be having these options. You just have to click, and you have to just paste that path, whatever path we have copied here, right? Bin folder path. You just have to paste it at that location. Okay, that's it. You just have to verify that path is there or not inside this location. Okay. So steps are really simple. I'm expecting everyone to get it done by tomorrow. So we can discuss on that compile and interpreter practically together. Okay. We will do it together. How we can compile the .java file. After compilation, how it is creating .class file. And that .class file, how we are executing. That we will discuss it practically tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Now, let me open the poll. Okay. And if you guys have any questions, put it in Q&A. And try to answer the poll quickly because we are already on time. Okay. And if you have any questions, put it in Q&A. Java SE runtime environment, Java 1.8. So whoever is having this 1.8, that is fine, guys. Okay. So whatever version between these version list, that is fine. What if you have version from these versions, then it's fine. Okay, I'm not sharing my screen. Oops, sorry. Okay, so 1.8, if you are having it, that is fine. It works. Okay, we can go ahead with Java. And installation steps are really easy, guys. Okay, you don't have to worry. You will not get stuck. I am providing you all the information required. See, this is my office laptop. So office laptops are secure. Okay, they will not allow us to install any software. You have to take IT permission. Okay, admin permission. So that is why I have listed nicely step by step. So you will not get stuck anywhere. And installation steps are really easy one. It will take hardly 5 to 10 minutes. That's it. Means setup and installation, everything, whatever we discuss. Yeah, that document I'll be sharing it with you. Okay. The document I'll be sharing it with you. How you can download and how you can install. What are the best strategies to build strong fundamentals in Java? See, the only best strategy to have the strong fundamentals, okay? Every topic, okay, it has to be understood through programs. Okay, it is not like theoretically we are just constant. See, theory is important because once you get into interview, first they will ask you the definitions. If you can impress them in definition, then only they will continue with next questions. Okay, or they will ask you they will ask you to write some program and all. If you cannot impress them with the definitions or the theory, then your interview will be called out, or it will you will be rejected. Okay, so theory is important, but once you get into industry, theory will not help at all. Okay, you will be doing practical only. You will be writing codes, you will be executing those codes the whole day. You will be doing this. Okay, so every concept you have to understand with practical, then only your fundamental will be strong. Okay, if you are just concentrating only on theory, not doing practice, okay, that is not going to help. Project C, this is not related to projects and all, okay? First, you have to understand few topics, okay? Then you can get some ideas and then you can start writing codes automatically. First, you have to get some fundamental ideas like uh, how to write code, what is the meaning of whatever code we will be writing, what is the meaning of that code, what is the meaning of each and every word from that code, okay? Those fundamentals first understand, then you can think about writing some in advanced code and all. Okay, fine. Okay, so I think we got the good participation in poll. Fine then, everyone. Let's see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Okay, thank you. Have a good night, guys. And I'll be uploading the notes just verify minutes. Okay, thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow. Good night.